Hi, this is Kumaraswamy. Welcome to Flash Tutorials, and you can visit my blog kk8055.blogspot.com. And today I'm gonna teach you about the different types of shapes, how they behave, and what are the different properties they have. What are the properties? So these are the five types of shapes we're gonna deal throughout our Flash tutorials, throughout our Flash. So, and one more thing is an object drawing. So these are the six. So the five over there, and this is there are six important properties, and so six types we're gonna deal throughout our Flash. I'm gonna tell you what the different types of what the different behaviors they have, what the different properties they have. So let me draw one rectangle. Sorry, have to change this. Nothing else. Oh, this is a fresh. Okay. First, select a rectangle. A dry rectangle. This is a normal rectangle. This is an oval. This is a rectangle primitive. Oval primitive. And the polyester. See, this is a merge. We will call this is a merge rectangle, merge oval, primitive oval, and a primitive rectangle and a primitive oval. Was different in the merge in the primitive sorry in the merge the stroke and the fill are separated. They can separate from one another, but where the primitive it doesn't. Okay, in the merge if you want to select the stroke and the fill, you have to select by the mark tool. This is a one way, and the second way is where if you select only one click. If you done only with one click, you can select the only fill. If you do the double click, you can select the stroke also. This is a way how to select the stroke and the fill. Was a difference. The merge shape, they merge into one another. Sorry, they merge into one another when they collide or when they meet each other. This is what we can see. But whereas in the primitive it doesn't happen. When they meet, they won't collide with each other. When they collide, they won't merge into one another. They won't take the other properties also. See, this is happen only with the merge shapes. And the primitive, if you say if you do the primitives with the merge, this doesn't. When they collide, they doesn't merge into one another. This is a specialty of a primitive, and the objective is the same as they take the properties of merge. They will take the property of merge means they'll behave like a merge. They behave like a primitive, but they take the properties of a merge shape. See, when if you wanna change the edges of a rectangle, you have to change here at the first for the merge rectangle. Once more, if you want the edges of a merge rectangle, you have to change the first itself. Means after drawing rectangle, you cannot change. But for the primitive, you can change at any time. See, you can change at any time. But for that one. One more. See, I have to tell you about the objective, right? See, whenever you select the object, here is the object. This is you have to check and see. This is object. The same it behaves like a primitive, doesn't merges, but you cannot change the edges. You cannot change the edge. You cannot change the edge. You cannot change the edge of an rectangle for the primitive. You cannot change the edges of an this one the whereas the primitive, but you can change for the primitive. It's a pure primitive. Sorry, this is a pure primitive. You can change at any time. You can change at any time. But whereas this is an objective primitive, this is an objective. This is an primitive. See, you can find a dots. This is a primitive. That represents a primitive. Okay. These are different types of the shapes and different properties of the shapes. Thank you. If you like my videos, or if you want to follow me, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you. Have a great day. Enjoy.